My name's Nick. I'm a melanoma type 2 cancer survivor, and I was diagnosed at age 25, and currently I'm 27 years old. I've had a fitness journey going on in my life for over 16 years. Um, and of course, 2 of those years was going through cancer, potentially more. 2 years was just what I was told. Going through cancer, the recovery from the surgery, and the recovery from everything else going on with my diagnosis. So, when I got to the tail end of my journey, it got to the point where I could hardly walk by myself. And I'm this person that's been active my entire life. This is my outlet. This is where I find kind of peace, healing. That's taken away from me. So I have to go and find that once again. And it's like a restarting, right? It's from, you've had this thing a part of your life, for 16 years, and it means so much to you. And now you have to go back in and start fresh, right? Following doctor's orders of not lifting over 20 pounds, making sure that you listen to your body when you need to sleep and rest. And as much as it sounds like that would be a stressful process, it was kind of rewarding because you were able to really funnel that energy back into something that you're passionate about and see it grow again for the second time. So for me, during cancer, I wasn't able to do anything physically. I had to rewire my hobbies. I had to rewire my mind and say, okay, today we're just gonna walk a little bit. We're gonna walk around the apartment with my brother-in-law, and he's gonna stand by my side, and that's what we're gonna do. And that's taking the first step back into something I'm passionate about, which is fitness and self-healing. And so going from that to, over the course of time, okay, I can start weight training again. I can start really putting myself back in this active lifestyle. And for all of those out there that are going through this process right now, it's hard to have it taken away from you, but once you're able to find it again, it's one of the most powerful feelings you'll ever have in your life, because you're able to say to yourself that I can do this, and I can go through this battle and this journey, and I can make the most out of it, even if it's restarting from something that has always been so important to me. It's better the second time around. For me, surviving cancer, there's been like a lot of limits placed on my life, and it's like, okay, I want to be able to take all of these limits and help people understand like you can rise above them, right? Life's gonna knock you down. It's gonna take you to places you never thought you'd ever even experience, but make the most out of it. And if my story can impact people just a little bit, that's enough for me, and I'm happy that I went through that process. Because there are times where you're going to feel the most alone, and sometimes it's just hearing someone else say, hey, I was there, and I made it through. You can do the exact same. Most challenging part of being a cancer survivor is the idea of if the cancer might come back. Being younger, there is a higher percent risk for that to happen. And so it's not letting your life be defined by that, but taking it and running with it at the same time. So my whole idea on that is, it's always in the back of my mind. It always will be in the back of my mind. But how can I take that and make the most out of it? So making more memories and experiences, traveling to more places, really being present with people when I have a conversation with them. That's how I make the most out of that challenging process of knowing that there is a chance cancer might come back someday. And I want to make sure that if it does, I made the most out of my life. Myself and my mother currently going through cancer, right? Therapy is such a beautiful tool that you can give to someone. And the fact that Cancer Pathways has that set up for free for survivors to go through and for active cancer patients, in my opinion, that is healing, right? That is walking through with someone the darkest depths of their journey and helping them understand what it means to get to the other side. And for me, I'm very excited to go through that process because I feel like an open ear and someone who is trained and someone who can understand you and be able to help you process one of the hardest journeys in your life, that is the greatest gift you